Have you ever been in an argument where you make a good point, but instead of responding to it, the other person turns the criticism back on you? Pretty frustrating, right? It's a common move and it can bring a conversation to a complete stop, and believe it or not, it actually has a name. Okay, picture this. Someone says, "Hey, you need to be more organized," and maybe they're right. But what's the first thing that pops into your head? Seriously, you're not organized either, so why should I listen to you? And just like that, boom, the entire point of the conversation is lost. Have you ever had a conversation go completely off track like that? Well, that little move isn't just an accident, it's a tactic. Instead of focusing on the actual issue, it shifts the attention to the person making the argument. Let's take a closer look at what's really happening. So, what's the name of this fallacy? It's called the two-quoque fallacy, also known as the appeal to hypocrisy. You're basically dismissing someone's argument just by pointing out that they're a hypocrite instead of, actually dealing with what they said. The phrase to quoque is Latin for you too. The name fits perfectly because the fallacy happens when someone responds to criticism by saying, "Well, you do it too." Instead of addressing the argument, they simply turn the criticism back on the other person. Okay, so that's the theory, but what does this look like in real life? Let's walk through a super clear example. So imagine Sarah says, "Hey, we really need to improve the cafeteria food for better nutrition." A totally valid point, right? But then Liam responds, "You're one to talk. I see you eating junk food every day." Did you notice what happened there? Liam's response has absolutely nothing to do with nutrition or the cafeteria. He's not arguing the point. Instead, he's focusing on Sarah's personal habits. The original issue has been completely ignored. Instead of discussing how to improve the food, the conversation has shifted to whether Sarah is a hypocrite. It's a distraction from the real topic. And that's exactly why this is a logical fallacy. First off, it's an attack on the person, not the idea. It's also clearly just a distraction technique. But here's the most important part. Even if the speaker is a hypocrite, that doesn't automatically mean their point is wrong. I mean, Sarah might eat junk food, but her idea about making the cafeteria healthier could still be fantastic, right? Now, what's really fascinating is how we sometimes try to get ahead of this. Have you ever heard someone start a suggestion with, "Look, I know I'm not perfect at this either, but I still think it's a good idea"? That's them basically disarming the U2 attack before it can even be launched. It's a smart way to keep the focus where it belongs, on the message itself. So, what's the big takeaway here? It's simple, really. When you spot this fallacy, try to bring the conversation back to the actual issue. A person's actions don't change whether their argument is right or wrong. Remember, judge the message, not the messenger. And that really leaves us with something to think about, doesn't it? What's actually more important, the message itself or the person delivering it? The next time you find yourself in a discussion, just pause and ask, am I actually listening to the idea, or am I just looking for a reason to dismiss the person saying it? Knowing the difference can change everything. Thank you for watching.
If you'd like more personalized feedback, writing support, and discussion sessions, they're available with me or with our selected tutors. All the details are here.